Welcome the Sioux Falls Stampede to the Icebox for the first time this season. Don't miss Princess Night on Saturday, January 20th at 6:05 p.m. Get 4 tickets and 2 tiaras and a Princess Night pack for $75 now at LincolnStars.com. Secure your seats for the Stars versus the Stampede next weekend.
Hey, it's Chad with the Nutrition Authority, inviting you to stop in and check out the all-new Complete Post-Workout Recovery, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today and try a free sample or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
I used to be a weight guy. I used to love weight.
You've never been a weight guy. That's a lie.
Let me tell you something.
You've never been a weight guy.
I was in a 300-pound club
No,
in
sir.
high school.
Yes. No, sir. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
That 315 pounds would have sent him through it'd have been 6 feet
Bob.
under trying to figure out how to get up out that hole.
That's how
you ain't never been nowhere near that platform to get up there for Lifter of the Year.
I don't want to be Lifter of the Year. I
So
want to be
how
the Player of the Year. You want to be a Lifter of the Year when you want to be the Player of the Year. Nobody care about weight.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, Southwest Iowa, and northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
Welcome in to We Talk Facts with 9-year NBA veteran and Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer Erick Strickland and 2-time Nebraska Football National Champion Clester Johnson. Talking and taking names in sports and day-to-day living. Sit back, relax, and join the show with 9-year NBA vet and Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer Erick Strickland and 2-time Nebraska Football National Champion Clester Johnson.
Yo, what the is going on with y'all today? It is another Thursday, and guess what? We didn't forget. It's Thirsty Thursday as well on WTF. We Talk Facts. Clester Johnson, Erick Strickland, Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. It is a beautiful night, but be careful out there. Stay warm, stay protected. The winter storm is continuing to blast us here in the state of Nebraska, so we want you all to be safe. I definitely will be in Lincoln tomorrow. I'm going to fight rain, sleet, or snow to get down there so I can make sure to see Coach Danny Nee and some of my old brothers that played for the Huskers as we embarked on the first Big 8 championship that Nebraska was brought home by that group of men and coaches. So we're going to celebrate that this Saturday as they play Northwestern at Pinnacle Bank Arena. But today it is Thirsty Thursday in WTF. Class, what the is going on?
Listen, I'm in my Bootsy Collins mode, as you can see. And I'm
Pretty
at home
clean.
roasting some chestnuts on an open fire. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jack
Yes,
Frost
sir.
is out there nipping at your nose, but I'm here in the warm, comfortable confines of Casa de Johnson.
De La Casa. Yeah, Casa de la Johnson. Harrison, what's going on today, my friend? How are you? You staying, you good? You bundled up? You all right?
Yeah, we're good. We made it through the snow squall. Had to Google that one to figure out what the squall was. It's been a while since I've seen that one come up. But yeah, snow is pretty much past us at this point. Roads are slick. Be out there if you're safe. But yeah, I'm doing good. We got plenty of good content here left on Ticket Weeknights. And it's always good to start off with We Talk Facts. But yeah, plenty of good stuff coming up ahead here.
Class, what up?
Harrison, can I say something to you right now? And I really hope you don't take offense to this. Okay?
Shoot.
This is one of the utmost compliments I could give a man, particularly my white brother right here. You look like one of, like you're in NSYNC right now. You're like one of the Backstreet Boys. I mean, I mean, he's got
Don't
his
take it
hair all
personal.
done. It look like he's got a little scarf. I mean, what's going on right now?
We're preparing for the elements out there, Clester. It's been tough out here.
Made me want to say bye, bye, bye. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, man. Wow. You're an official NSYNC member now, Harrison.
That's a
It's all
compliment,
good.
Harrison. That's a compliment.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Shout out to everybody that's tuned in today. Thank you for joining us on We Talk Facts. We're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about what's going on down on the South Side, my hometown in Alabama, because Kalen DeBoer has taken over as the new generation of Alabama football is popping off, kicking off, and jumping off. But he has some issues and some problems in the meantime, in between time. A lot of people have hit the portal. A whole bunch of people have jumped into the transfer portal. They're on their way out the door, and it is going to be a heavy turnover time down there. He's got a lot of work to do. The staff has a lot of work to do. Losing five-star Caleb Downs as well as Caden Proctor, who will go to Iowa. Caleb Downs will be making his way. I think he is going to, I want to say Georgia. He's going across the border. He's going over to Georgia. So initially, man, we know this happens all the time, Cless. This is something that happens regularly. The transfer portal is a hotbed. Everybody jumps in it and wants to get a tan, right? So right now, when you look at the Alabama situation, obviously Nick Saban has gone. He retired. Before he retired, he had a number 3 recruiting class, but a lot of those people are hightailing it for the high heels. Now, when you look at it, what do you think the possibilities are for him? Because one thing is sure about Caleb DeBoer is Kalen DeBoer has a 104-12 record, and that's 67-3 at the NIA level in Sioux Falls as well. So with the Huskies, he was 25-3. He's a winner. He's coming with a winning pedigree. He's coming in everywhere he's gone, he's won. So it's not like he's a bad coach or it's that situation. It's just that 17 years that man has been there. He's been a Stapleton there. He's got a statue. What do you see in what Kalen DeBoer is going to do? Is this good for the program? Him starting on his own, because it wasn't his whole team when he was at Washington. It was some of the turnovers. Some of the guys he had was some leftovers. So he was able to win with the leftovers. What is he going to do with the team that is now vacating?
Well, let me agree with everything that you just stated. You did it beautifully. I want to say you did it beautifully. You articulated yourself, but I want to pull something out that I'm going to take you on another angle.
All right.
Definitely he's a winner. Definitely he's done it on multiple levels. He's obviously knows how to recruit. He knows how to go in, make an assessment, see what he needs. Bam, put his system in. It's been immaculate at Washington, okay? Now, here is the issue that I have. You never follow a legend. You never follow a legend. I would have respectfully declined that position because he had a good thing going at Washington. Washington is about to go into the Big Ten, and they're not going to be considered the favorites right away. He could have went in there, kind of made a name for himself. That's probably a little bit a path of the least resistance, but I'm going to tell you what. At Alabama right now, it's championship or bust. It's championship or bust. It doesn't matter. Like, this guy could have 11-2 seasons, 12-2 seasons, one game. I'm going to tell you, after 2-3 years, he hadn't won a championship, he's going to be on the hot seat. I'm just letting you know. I mean, let's go back and look at what Coach Solich did. Coach Solich had the second best winning percentage at Nebraska. I mean, maybe second or third, maybe behind Pelini slightly. I want to say he's somewhere around 78%, all 77, 78%, almost 80%. Yep. Look how much of a hot seat he was on. And he took a team. He won a Big 12 championship, and he went to a national championship. They were still on him like, that ain't good enough, All teams have had issues when you think about it. Michigan has had issues. Miami's had issues. It doesn't matter. If you're following a legend, you better let somebody else go in there and get smacked around and then come through.
Bring your guy.
Come through years later. Not right now. That's just my personal thought on it.
Let me throw this to both of you then. So here's the situation, because this isn't the only time that this has happened, right? I mean, you've got to think about it whether at the professional league, when Bear Bryant leaves, when Tom Landry leaves, when who else? Jimmy Johnson leaves, at the college level, right? This is one of them. Listen, they haven't been the same at Florida State until now, since Bobby Bowden left, right? There was a huge downswell. They kind of hung around then they never really came back up until just recent.
Well,
same thing happened at Nebraska.
Jimbo Fisher had a few years there at Florida State where he won a championship, but haven't been able to maintain the consistency.
Right? Yeah. You can say some of that for Florida, Miami, teams that have kind of fallen off after sometimes legends have kind of left the programs, right? Yeah. Who in the recent times now of this coaching carousel is one of those that if they leave can set the program ablaze? I'd love your thoughts on that.
Well, the team that has done the best job in this modern era to me has probably been Ohio State. Ohio State has gone through a few coaches. They've had maybe a blip of a year.
So you think after Tressel left, or after your boy that be like the fill on booty?
So after Tressel left, the coach that's at Wisconsin right now, what's his name?
He didn't hear me, Harrison.
Luke Fickell.
He didn't hear me, Harrison. If you heard me,
I missed that one.
He missed it. It went over there. I said, was it Tressel or was it the one that liked to fill on the booty? And you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, Urban Meyer, let me see. No, Urban Meyer's successor is right now.
Yeah.
His
successor. They're the only ones that had consistency.
Right. His successor's only lost. I mean, what has he lost at Ohio State? Maybe like 10 games?
Maybe.
Maybe or something like that. Like, it's crazy. Like they
think it may be under 10 actually, because they've been 1 or 2 losses each year.
Yeah, it's just been Michigan really the only losses you can count for him.
He's had some great consistency. It's been very few teams, Eric, when I look at it. I mean, Penn State, when they lost their legend, Joe Paterno, they've kind of been in the doldrums and they've just now gotten it back. Michigan has had some up and down years after Bo Schembechler. They had Lloyd Carr, he came through, he won a championship, but they went through a bunch of coaches before they actually landed on Jim Harbaugh.
Oklahoma
before
had Vic and Riley.
When they lost Barry Switzer, they was in the dumps forever. Miami still hasn't found their niche back since they lost. So you had Jimmy Johnson, then you had God, I can't think. My mind is killing me right now.
I'm the same.
But since they've, you can look at a lot of these coaches at these legendary programs, SC, UCLA, after they lost Terry Donahue. I mean, UCLA still hasn't been back there, So to me, like I said, what I wish Alabama would have did, how I feel like they could have held some consistency, is I feel like they should have hired within. I think they should have gave a young Tommy Rees a shot at it, or even the DC, just so you can keep the culture how it is, or maybe even one of the other coaches who've been there a little longer, to maintain the program. The Alabama as we know it today, they have another couple years and they're done. I'm just telling you, I'm giving them 2 years, they're done.
Harrison.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think when you're talking about Saban leaving, those are borderline impossible shoes to fill. I don't care how well of a job you do looking for that next great coach. You could land the best possible coaching candidate, and it's not going to meet Saban standards. Like, I think you're lucky to get another championship in these next few years. We've kind of seen it. We're talking about Ryan Day at Ohio State. Like, that is a hire that isn't bad just because they're losing to Michigan. People are already kind of talking about him being on the hot seat, even though he's winning games. Just losing Michigan, that's enough to put in serious pressure on him, even though it's a great program by all means. So the expectations at Alabama, I like DeBoer. I think what Strickland was saying, he wins right away, gives you some hope. But if he's going to fill the shoes of Saban, yeah, I'm pretty doubtful. I think they maybe get one in these next few years here. But with NIL and the portal all being in play now, it seems like the playing fields are more even than ever. And it's just tough. I don't think you're going to get nearly the amount of success. Lucky to get even half of it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Now, my question then is, one of the ones that's on the horizon, it's just kind of peeking over the mountains potentially of an exit, is up in Michigan. If he decides to leave, I think they're doing it right. And I'm only going to throw this out, and I'm going to leave it out there. But the reason I think they're doing it right is because Sharon Moore is in there, and that's an internal thing that I think that they would probably do to turn it over. And that spoke to what you're talking about, Class, is the maintain or the maintaining of the culture and the way of the blueprint that has been set on how you've been able to have success. And whenever you bring someone else in, it always is it's a thing of uncertainty of the new, right? For example, you've worked at a job for 25 years, 20 years, 50, whatever. You've worked at a job. So you know all the nuances of how things work. You know all the systems, how they work. You know all the politics that is working within the system. All of that you know. But you dip and you go to another, job, corporation, or whatever the case may be. There's a period of uncertainty of the new. And that's why I think you may see a contrast potentially in what's going on in Alabama on a 2-year swing and to what potentially may be able to happen in Michigan. Thoughts?
There's definitely, like you said, there's definitely going to be a glitch in the matrix. Now, if Kalen DeBoer can go in there and embrace the culture, okay, maybe not change a lot of what they've already done to continue to be successful, it can work. Now, a new coach who comes in is going to want to put his own flavor on the program. He wants to put his own funk, his own stank on things, right? Now, how is that going to resonate with the people who are there? I'm talking from the coaching staff. There may be some coaching staff turnover also because Kalen's probably going to want to bring in some of his own people that he trusts, people who know what he wants to do, people who are thinking like he is. So there's going to be a lot of uncertainty here over these next few years. It's going to be very interesting, but I'm just going to tell you, watch out for that guy over there in Georgia. He's going to test. Remember what I said? He is going to test that 7 championships. Okay. Yeah. He's going to test it, I believe, because he was about to go for 3 this year.
Well, he's already stole their best wide receiver recruiter and one of their best recruiters and wide receiver coaches. They already took him and snatched him over there across the border.
I'm just telling you guys, if the coach at Georgia, if they would have got into the playoffs, they would have won the championship this year. I truly believe it. I don't think Alabama could have beat them twice if they had played again because they would have had a little bit of chip on their shoulder. Georgia, to me, was definitely one of the best 4 teams in the country. Just unfortunately, they lost in the championship, the championship of the conference. They're going to be back next year. I'm just telling you guys, they're going to be back next year. And I think over these next 10 years, he's going to challenge Nick Saban's 7 championships. I believe he.
Harris, I'm going to throw this at you, but what I see, what I envision the minute that Clester began to share that story, it's like a dog, right? What happens when a dog comes into a new neighborhood? A dog comes into a new neighborhood and he starts going around putting his funk, his stank on all of the fire hoses and all the yards and the trees. He letting everybody know there's a new dog in town, right?
Mm-hmm.
So being that that's the case, how do you view it? From what perspective do you take on it?
Yeah, I don't know if I got that creative of an analogy, but definitely I think it's going to be tested early. You look at what he's doing, his success right away. One thing I'll say about DeBoer, his only year you call somewhat of a slow start was Fresno State, that COVID year, 3-3, season ended short. But other than that, the guy first year wins early. You know, he doesn't seem to need a whole lot of time to get his program rolling on all cylinders. And he is walking into an Alabama room where, yes, the portal right now is a little bit concerning, but you're going to have some real talent in there. So it's going to be interesting to watch. Kirby Smart and DeBoer battled out early. I think it is going to be Kirby Smart is going to have the edge for a little bit. But as DeBoer kind of works his magic in the SEC, he starts building up more and more of those connections. Those recruiters get more comfortable. You got some bigger targets to go ahead and recruit now that you're in that group. I think it should be interesting. And I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to Kirby Smart, but I wouldn't be surprised to see if Alabama can challenge. If it's up to Nick Saban's level, I'm not going to go anywhere there. But I do think with NIL that it's not going to be Georgia just dominating it year in, year out. It might not even be Alabama. There could be some new players as we get closer to this extended playoff bracket as well.
Well, we're gonna get ready to take a break, but here's what I will say. I think also when you look at it, it makes it easier when you're stepping into a new program or a new situation that you're able to retain the quarterback that's there. And the fact that he's been able to retain Milroe is huge, because coming in, trying to find, hoping to land it, that can set your program back significantly. But you've got somebody that you know can get the job done, has got the job done. You were able to coach up Penix to a whole nother level. If you can go in there and take Milroe to another level, you still might be all right. That's a great WTF. We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about NIL by way of, should Reggie Bush be restored? Should he get his Heisman back? Because we have a little bit of debate on that. We'll come back and we'll talk more right here on WTF. We Talk Facts.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, Southwest Iowa, and northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G2076684.
Make the 2024 deer season your best yet. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo Friday, January 19th through Sunday, January 21st. Check out the hunting seminars, browse the hunting and outdoor exhibits, sign up for the Dylan Blind giveaway, compete in the Big Buck and Monster Shed contest, and try the 3D shoot and more. Buy your tickets at the door. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 19th through 21st at the Sand Hills Global Event Center in Lincoln, 84th and Havelock, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate.
Next weekend, the Lincoln Stars welcome the Sioux Falls Stampede to the Icebox for the first time this season. Don't miss Princess Night on Saturday, January 20th at 6:05 p.m. Get 4 tickets and 2 tiaras and a Princess Night pack for $75 now at LincolnStars.com. Secure your seats for the Stars versus the Stampede next weekend.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People Seeding Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. This week, there's a sale for ticket listeners only. If you say Go Big Red, you'll get all-natural pork loin back ribs for just $1.99 per pound with a limit of 2 racks. That's at Fairway Meat Market for the ticket listener sale, now through January 21st in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strick and Clester.
Yes. We are back. And you're on WTF, We Talk Facts, and it's Excellent. We thank you for joining us here on this cold and brisk night. Listen, Clester, we're going to get into this because I think this is a wonderful topic of discussion. It is a discussion about whether or not Reggie Bush should be reinstated and the Heisman should be returned unto him. And listen, this is a good topic of discussion. I'll break it down initially, but you did something big, baby. You pulled a rabbit out the hat. You put something together. What you do?
Without further ado, since we want to talk about the Heisman, since we want to talk about should Reggie Bush get his Heisman back, why not bring on a legend? Okay. How about Nebraska's very first Heisman Trophy winner? A guy who all of Nebraska loves. You can take him anywhere in the country. People gonna know who he is. He's very philanthropic, does a lot of things in the community. There's so many things I can say about Johnny Rodgers. I don't even have enough time. We'll waste all the time just talking about all his accolades. So
without further ado,
Omaha, Nebraska legend, world legend, Heisman legend. Let's bring on Johnny Rodgers.
How you doing,
Johnny R?
How you doing?
Good, man. So glad to have you. Thank you so much for joining us on WTF.
Great, you guys got a show, huh? We talked.
Yeah.
All right. That's great.
So listen, Johnny,
we have to have you come on and be a correspondent from time to time. Give us some of your input.
Well, I'll be glad to come on whenever we can. No problem.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely are glad to have you. So obviously right now, Johnny, there's been a lot of talk and listen, it started probably, I want to say, back in 2021 when NIL started to pop off. Reggie Bush obviously had been stripped of his Heisman, and then you had the Heisman Trust that decided to want the Heisman back. He has not participated. He has not watched. He has not been a part of it until Caleb Williams ends up hoisting his trophy in the air. That's one of the first times that he ended up watching it. But they've asked him, the Heisman Trust said they will not return the trophy to him until the NCAA reinstates Bush. Bush alleges that the Heisman Trophy or the Heisman Trust had offered him a potential path to reinstatement, but then he refused those orders. He basically states, and I quote, "They need to do the right thing, and it's time for them to step up and get ahead of this if they want to. It's funny. They have recently asked my attorney for me to go on an all former Heisman Trophy winners and get them to sign on getting my trophy back. I will never in a million years do something like that. I didn't need their approval before, and I'm not going to ask for it now." What's your initial take on the fact that Reggie Bush was stripped? Now we have NIL come in. This is why he was stripped, because of what NIL is today. He was basically receiving it before, but the NCAA says, hey, we don't have retroactive restoration. What's your initial take on your thought about what Reggie's saying, what you think NCAA should do?
Well, my original thoughts about NCAA, I've always called them no cash at all. They wanted to make sure that they got all the money, you didn't get the money.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a fact. I would have had a couple of dollars if it had been fair play. If the rules had been as they are now. But I don't think that Reggie should have ever been stripped of his trophy. It's two separate entities, period. He got the Heisman Trophy for all the work that he did on the field. Period. These are facts. Hard work, a lot of time, a lot of working out. You guys both know what it really takes to go to that level. Those things. There's no doubt that he earned that trophy. Now, whether he broke a law or a rule or something is very speculative, because they come and go. But your dedication that you put on the field to try to be for young people to have the motivation to be the best that they could be, they just took all that away.
Yeah,
they just took all that away because they could.
My question:
whenever time that opportunity that I would get to speak up for Reggie, I would do so because I just think it was clear not fair. So we were athletes back in those days. We worked for food, you know, and they mad because you get a few dollars because we don't want to work for food. That's another type of slavery. So times have changed, and we've changed with it. And hopefully, at some point in time, that we'll be able to rectify that for Reggie and prevent it for other athletes to come along. Because we have a lot of guys out there putting their heart and their souls and trying to be the best you can be. And when you happen to do it, you put in where you can't take out those long workout days and the nights that you put into the study. And I tell people all the time, because they talk about dumb football players, when you had a playbook that goddamn thick and you're able to implement it on the field in traffic with people coming at you, there are no dumb football players. They know what they're doing, but we were still working for food. And I'm glad that we've gotten an opportunity with the NIL to get our fair share of what it is, because all we want is our fair share.
Absolutely. So we got a chance to see Michigan do the right thing with the Fab Five. They went ahead and put their banners back up under them for the Final Four. What I want to know from you, Johnny, is I know you get a chance to talk to all of your Heisman Trophy counterparts. I know y'all talk about this. Is there anything you guys could do? I mean, can you protest, solidarity, protest together to have the Heisman Trust do something for Reggie? Or are they saying, we're wiping our hands of it, we're not going to get involved? I mean, do you guys have the power to say, hey, listen, we won't participate unless you get Reggie back in there?
Well, we don't have a lot of guys participating as it is. So I don't think the threat of not getting them to participate would really make that much difference. We did have a meeting about this at our last time we went to the Heisman this past year. And we talked about it. And if I remember correctly, their argument really was that it wasn't really them, it was the NCAA that actually had did it and was blocked it. And NCAA is bigger than they are, and bigger than life. So I think that they can't do anything until the NCAA decides to do the right thing. I don't really think it's in their hands, and it's certainly not in our hands. And we only have a one event or so per year, and the most I ever see out of all the Heisman Trophy winners is 18 to 20 participants that actually do come.
My next question
would
be this. Go ahead, Strick. Go ahead, Strick.
No, go ahead. Stay in line, because I was going to shift it into another aspect, but go ahead.
Okay, so my last question now, I shifted to Strick. Do you ever think, Johnny, that they will ever do the right thing? Do you see this thing maybe somewhere down the line? Can you foresee the NCAA and the Heisman Trust coming together and saying, okay, you know what? We got to do the right thing?
Well, I think the Heisman Trust wants to do the right thing. I think if it was really up to them, it would really be no problem in giving him that Heisman back. And I think that as time goes on, that integrity might come into play, and the NCAA would just see that they need to do the right thing for future considerations, because as the money and opportunities grow, that's going to be just more bizarre as time goes on. And it's going to be a big black mark on them, since the majority of the people are really believe that Reggie should have his trophy.
Okay. Well, let me shift it real quick, Johnny, because I would love your veteran and your experience and your perspective on this. The NCAA right now has brought down the hammer and the spear on FSU football program, where they were hit with multiple penalties regarding NIL violations. Those penalties right now consist of a 2-year probation, but what ends up happening, the NCAA says it was impermissible contact that happened between a booster and it involved a player prospect of transfer prospect to offer a name, image, and likeness deal. So they basically had to disassociate with the NIL collective for 1 season, and the assistant coach will be suspended for 3 regular season games for his involvement. Now, do you think there's a purpose between why they went down, put the hammer down on NIL? Because I believe, this is just my only opinion, this is allegedly, I believe that it's possible that there are a lot more teams out there that have actually done what FSU now is being accused of. Do they sometimes have selective memories on how they deal with people, or is this just something that they're just trying to implement now that the NIL and the transfer portal has gone bonkers?
Well, like you said, things have gone bonkers. I really don't know what their mindset is. They're in the wrong. Sometimes if you're in the wrong and you panic, you do worse. And so could bring on worse things before it actually gets better. But as time goes, these things are going to pile on top of each other, and it's going to be more than we can stand. It just shows you the power that NCAA has. And like I said, I'm serious when I say no cash at all. They mean it, because the more we get, the less they get. I mean, so if we had the power, what would you think? I mean, we tried to make it a little better, but I think they're just in fear of losing the power, so they're coming down while they can with what they can.
Well,
it's definitely injustice. It's definitely none of that you talk about. It doesn't make any sense at all. We're all adults. It's a college is darn near semi-pro anyway. Everybody's making money but the players. And now the players started making money with the NIL. They're going to find some type of restriction or something to make them look bad, as if it's not good. But everybody's sharing. What's wrong with everybody sharing?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Well,
good.
Here's the $1 million question, Johnny. I'm about to shift it somewhere else. Okay. We've covered Reggie Bush. We got your opinion on if he should get his Heisman back, and I think that I knew what maybe you might have said. I think most of those people, you brought up some really good points on the fact that he earned it on the field, and what happened off the field, it has nothing to do with
nothing.
You know, that's almost like what happened to SMU when they got the death penalty. Like, I don't think he deserved what happened to him. But anyway, here's the $1 million question. Let's switch things really fast to Nebraska football, okay?
I knew that was coming.
Because I got to get your opinion. I mean, you've seen a lot go down. We've seen a lot of coaches come and go. I just want to know, you know, we got Coach Rule in here. Have you had an opportunity to meet Coach Rule and talk to him about, you know, and give him your opinion of you know, the culture of Nebraska and what you think it takes to get things back rolling again? Has he talked to you at all?
No, we haven't talked in that manner. And yes, I do know Matt. He spoke at my last Jet Award dinner. He came down. So we do have a relationship down there. But they don't ask former players for no information. And I don't know. I'm hoping that Rule will try to do better than the past coaches have done in administration. We expect a lot out of Trev. I don't know if we're getting it our money's worth or not. But we're hoping for a change and that he will represent a change. I really believe that he's a good coach, and he has the possibilities to take us a long way on the coaching aspect. How they treat our people, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out. We have to see, but we have to have more diversity. We can't talk about it, we have to see it.
Yeah.
And then the players got to come back and they got to say that they've been treated fairly and that they earned their positions and they weren't just nothing political going on for his career, because guys like Mike Rule, they already got they got it made. Their futures are so bright they got to wear shades. It's time to really do the right things, because it's they have an opportunity to really make a change that will be lasting, so we can establish a true winning tradition back in Nebraska again. When I came to Nebraska, Bob DeVetti told me that if I came, that he was going to recruit more black players than any other time in history, and he did. He did. That's exactly what he did, and we won. And we didn't win because we had favoritism. We had because we got guys like Richie Glover, who all the Lombardi Trophy winners, you know, Spider Atkins. Yeah. Spider was faster than I was. You know, he was just tough. Yeah. But we had great players, and we had. I'm really proud to say, I thought about this here the other day, that on our team coming up, I didn't know racism until after I left college.
Wow.
After, I didn't even know what it was. I had a great coach in high school. My grade school, a gymnastic teacher was a white guy who brought me all the way through. When I got to junior high school, pretty much the same way. My baseball coach at Tech High got me drafted to the Dodgers. My football coach, they pushed me to get to Nebraska. Plus, I could have went to 50 different places, and I got to Nebraska. Bob Devaney told me he was going to do some things, and I'm sure he's not a perfect guy, but he did what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
And we won. And so I would like just to see that people can go back on the history and see that they kept their word, because history is his story. His story.
Good stuff. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
I was just going to say this. I'm going to tell you where Matt Rule has been different than the previous coach, who I'm not going to say his name. I think everybody know who he is. We thought the previous coach would do a better job of reaching out to his former teammates and maybe getting some insight to especially what's going on locally. And I think that Coach Rule is doing that. I mean, he's working with Abdul Muhammad. He's worked with Vershawn. He's worked with Damon. He's worked with Steve Warren. So shout out to those 4 guys. I know that Coach Rule does talk to those guys and try to keep his ears to the streets with those guys and kind of try to have an inside track. Matter of fact, I think Coach Rule is in Omaha tonight having dinner with some recruits. So
hold on 1 second, fellas.
He's doing his job.
Well, Johnny, man, we appreciate it. We definitely got to have you back, because you touched on some topics that we literally could have dug into for a good hour just on that alone. But we got to get a break because we got some bills we got to pay with some of these sponsors.
No free meals. Reggie done his work; he should have got paid. And you can't take away something someone put an effort on one side to win, and you take it for something else that happened off over here someplace, just because you can. That's just being abuseful, and that's not gonna go down well in history at all.
Well, thank you, Johnny, for joining us right here on WTF. We got facts, or we talk facts. But listen, we appreciate you because we knew it was short notice, but yet you jumped on. We appreciate you for your time.
I'm always here whenever I can help, fellas.
Thank you, Johnny.
He is,
teamwork,
the legend. Johnny
right.
the Jet, the legend. We're going to go take a couple of commercials because guess what's coming? The moment of the week. WTF moment of the week is coming up next. We're going to get into a couple of those clips when we get back right here on WTF. We talk facts.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. This week, there's a sale for ticket listeners only. If you say Go Big Red, you'll get all natural pork loin back ribs for just $1.99 per pound with a limit of 2 racks. That's at Fairway Meat Market for the ticket listener sale, now through January 21st in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
The 2024 deer season, your best yet. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo Friday, January 19th through Sunday, January 21st. Check out the hunting seminars, browse the hunting and outdoor exhibits, sign up for the Dylan Blind giveaway, compete in the Big Bucket Monster Shed contest, and try the 3D shoot and more. Buy your tickets at the door. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 19th through 21st at the Sand Hills Global Event Center in Lincoln, 84th and Havelock, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, will treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more. Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strick and Clester.
Closing out the segment here for the day this Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, as we would say again. But it is time for the new and improved WTF Facts Moment of the Week. Start it off, Harrison. Let's get it.
All right, we're starting with the Pistons game here. Some interesting commentating.
Well, it's good to see him make his free throw there. He was only 3 of 8.
That's a violation. You can't do that.
This is why, and one reason why the Pistons are 3 and 35.
Run it right back. Run it right back one more time so they see.
Well, it's good to see him make his free throw there. He was only 3 of 8.
That's a violation. You can't do that.
This is why, and one reason why the Pistons are 3 and 35.
One of the reasons why what? Say it again. They're 3 and 35. Boneheaded plays like that. WTF Facts, big eyes. What the was that?
You know, Strick, I don't know if I could add anything to what you just said. Total bonehead.
Well, it's good to see him make his free throw there.
Oops.
You know, here
oops.
You got a young team that they're just out of sorts right now. You know what I'm saying? And they can't even get out of their own way right now. They can't. I actually feel bad for them, man. I do.
What is the stuff that Aaron Rodgers be smoking? That peyote? What is this? They smoking a lot of that peyote down there in Detroit right now. I don't know. It's depressing. What's going on?
That DMT. That DMT.
Whatever's going on up there is no bueno.
But
what's next?
All right,
what's next, Harrison?
From the NBA lowlights to the NBA highlights, here is Dame time, Milwaukee.
Give it up, get it back.
Only a matter of time before we were going to get that iconic shot for the regular season. It was only a matter of time.
It was only a matter of time, but there's something that you missed in it. I wish we could show you more of that clip. Go and look at more of that Dame time clip. There's something that happened. that if you didn't see it and if you don't know, now you know, as Biggie would say. Here's the thing. Look at Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez, he gets the ball. It's Dame time. And Brook Lopez is like, here, give me the rock. Boy, you could have seen his expression after Dame time hit that shot. Everybody celebrating with Dame, but Brook Lopez walks off like he the children of the corn. He out there by himself.
He was upset.
He was upset, my boy.
Wow.
You got to go see the whole thing. Like, you didn't see the aftermath. And I'm not talking about Dr. Dre's flop album. It's what he did after is what's the crazy WTF moment. It's Dame time. It was a moment for him, a shining star. But watch what Brook Lopez did after.
Ruined by a selfish teammate.
Boy,
you can see him. He does call for the ball on the way up here. I don't know if he was looking for the flip back to Brook Lopez, but you can see it all the way up until Damian Lillard releases the shot. He's kind of got his hands out, getting ready for the shot beneath him. But Strickland, I know what you're talking about. And as the rest of the team celebrates, you see Brook Lopez on the far other side, nowhere near Dame time.
Nowhere near. It is the funniest thing. That's what, look, it was a moment, but that was the extra moment. I wish you could have seen it, but go and look it up, because then you would understand what I was saying. Everybody's there right now, to include Giannis. Brook Lopez is going towards the bench. Mad to the mug. Mad to the mug.
Brook wanted his moment. He's been in the NBA 20 years. He's like, listen, I need this shot.
Oh, man.
Dame has done that so many times. I mean, you would think that people would shield him from getting the ball.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that part.
He's
But
got
it
ice
was
water in
Dame
his
time.
veins, baby. He's got ice water.
You got to feed Splash Mountain sometimes, man. He's got the nickname for a reason.
Absolutely.
That's exactly right. What a great show today. Thank you guys once again for joining us on WTF We Talk Facts. Big weekend again today at Pinnacle Bank Arena. If you don't got your tickets, go out there. It's going to be fun to see some of my brothers come back, man, and share that moment that we shared together. It was a special moment. There's great stories in it. Well, you'll probably hear us talk about it a little bit more. There'll probably be a few of them that come in on the show on the block, but we appreciate you again. Clester Johnson, anything on parting words?
Holla.
Harrison.
I'll see you guys Monday, or excuse me, Sunday morning. We'll see you then.
Peace. WTF, we out.